What's up, you guys? Welcome back. This is your girl Queen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know what every time I come through with another video. Okay. Y'all, it's been a lot going on. First and foremost, I really want to talk to y'all about, I don't even know where I want to start. I guess I'm going to start with the missing Kyle City boys, okay? Let me start there before we go into another adoption family that murdered a child, okay? This is crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we all know what's been going on. We know that, they've been having the prayer, candlelight and prayer moments. I just watched a few minutes ago the Black Month parade, and they had, they was remembering the boys in there. They had the family there. They had a lot of different other, they had cars, they had motorcycles, they had, everybody was wearing the shirts and the mask, and everybody was representing the boys. So I thought that was nice. That was very nice. So I just saw the parade. I think it was a historic Black Month parade, and then they recognized the boys in the parade. So they had that going on. But I want to address the drama before I go into answering a few questions before I go into this next topic. Y'all, this case has turned into a complete mockery. Like, it's damn near not even about the babies anymore. And we can't lose sight and lose focus on, it's about these babies. It's about these boys. It's about these babies that disappeared on December the 21st. Okay? It's about that. It's not about who get the most views or who's standing in the spotlight or in the front. It's not about none of that. Because it's not about that. It's not about that. It's really not. It's about finding these boys. And people, we should all be able to work together and get the same thing. And if not, go your way, the next person go their way. But keep it about the boys. Don't make it about no drama, no he say, she say, because that's what this case has turned into. It's turned into bullshit. We don't need that. We don't. We just really don't. We got enough going on with all the stuff surrounding with the police and FBI and the people out there on the ground in Cal City, in Bakersfield. That's enough in itself. We don't need people trying to get the spotlight and view whatever it is that people are fighting over. It's not about that. It's not. It's about these boys and people trying to get money or whatever. It's just a bunch of stuff that's going on. And I'm looking like, what? How did it turn into this? And PayPals and Cash Apps and all this extra stuff. It ain't about that. But you're going to have people in every case that are not sincere, that are not there for the right purpose. You're going to have those people. So once you realize the person ain't there sincere, all right, cut them off, move on. Don't dwell on it. Keep focused. Keep it about the boys. All right? Period. If somebody isn't there for the right reason, eventually they will show their colors. Eventually everybody will see that, guess what? They not there for the right reason. People will see that. I promise you. People will see eventually. If people want to give their money to whoever, if they not there for the right reason, hey, that's them. Keep your focus on the boys. All the shenanigans and the hoop and the holler and the hara and the this person don't like this person and all that. That is BS to me. And we shouldn't even be going through that or even having that going on around these babies, which are probably deceased. And I'm just going to keep it funky with you. Because that's what we do. We're going to keep it real. All right? People having ulterior motives. People are there because they know this person and this person goes to this person and people being biased. Don't nobody got time for that. Don't nobody got time for that. So y'all need to stop with the drama. Whoever and whatever, y'all need to just stop. It's about these babies at the end of the day. Oh, excuse me. That's what this is about. It's not about nothing else. It's not. It's about these babies. And about getting this awareness out and making sure everybody's aware and of the boys that's becoming a miss. Make sure everybody's aware of what's going on and finding them, bringing them home, dead or alive. Period. That's what this is about. It's not about who don't like who, because a lot of people probably don't like a lot of people, and it's okay. You don't have to go home with them. You don't have to lay in the bed with them. So who cares, right? Who cares? I'm just saying, I don't get it. I don't get it. But let's go to a recent video. But I do want to say, y'all, please still keep calling Bakersfield, Cal City. Cal City. And, stay on to them about whatever. Because, like I said, stay on to them because at the end of the day, we need to get results as far as, answers. And I know we're not going to get answers because the police have to do the investigation. But just to make sure, hey, y'all still stay on it. Stay on it. Keep looking. Keep searching. Keep going. At least we can do that. All right. At least we can try to do that. All right. Let me scroll on down. All right. Carol Ricker says she just described the people are watching and videoing the West family, but you can bet the West family is taping the people outside. They are getting license plate number. They are making a list. Just our warriors. Please stay woke and safe. Hope we find this baby soon. Yes, I always say, Carol, that please be safe if you're out there. Be safe. Be mindful of what you're doing. Be mindful of the people around you. Just be mindful because you're probably being videotaped. And just be careful of what you're doing. Don't do nothing to incriminate yourself or get yourself into any unnecessary trouble. Just remember, we're there for the babies. We're there for the boys. You're there for that reason and that reason only. That's it. We all know right now the West family is not going to talk to nobody. So to go over there and act a plumb fool is just is ignorant to me. That's just ignorant. But you can be down there doing the searches, looking for the kids. But just please be safe. Don't go alone. I said don't go alone. Because there's some wicked, evil stuff going on down there. And we don't want you to become another case on top of what we already got going on. Angela says, you are beautiful. There are evil people out there. I hope they find the boys. A lady went out to lake looking for boys. She needs help there with her to go. Okay, thank you, Angela. Yeah, so if Angela, just please let her know to just try to see who else is out there and don't go alone. Because, you are in the wild out there in the desert. There's all type of animals. And then there's wicked, evil people out there. And you just don't, that's just not safe. All right? A lot of people are suspecting right now. And, I've thought of that too, that the boys might be in water. They might be in water. And I question, why haven't they had the dive team out there yet? But I guess they're just, waiting until maybe they get a tip. I know the police got to have all their ducks in a row, and we're just trying to be patient and we're trying to wait. But I've also thought about water too. So looking by the lake, it would be a great idea. Agram7 says, lots of those doorbell footage only go back so far. They automatically delete or archive or something, I think. Okay, Abram, thank you. Maureen said, I'll be in Cal City tomorrow passing out flyers. You are so right. These little boys deserve justice. Yes, they do, Maureen. They do. Be safe. Please be safe while you're out there in Cal City searching. And I believe you said that you will not be by yourself, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember responding to you and telling you to be safe. Yeah, she's meeting someone who lives close by the West House. Awesome. So be safe. Be careful. Angela also said again, no color has nothing to do with finding babies, white or black babies. They are God's children. No children should be harmed. Where our boys Jacqueline and Giselle need to speak up. I agree. They need to speak up. And no, it's not about color. It's not about the color, but we all know in America, no matter what color you are, you know how these cases be handled. If a child, if these two black babies was white babies, it would have been way more done, and we wouldn't have to fight so hard to get something done. So yeah, it's not about color, but in society, that's what we live in, and color is always involved, whether we want it to be or not. It's always involved. People would have to fight so hard, and they will be doing everything they could and will have more answers if these babies was white. So I do agree with the subscriber that did mention that we wouldn't be going through all of that. I'm going to be honest with you. We wouldn't. And it's, it's just the world we live in. It's just the world we live in, baby. Patria Ryder said the more open the border is, the more crime will rise because of drugs and human trafficking, which includes children. A huge danger for the kids here. It's very easy to get most anything into MX, including children. We've done it numerous times with our 4 sons at various ages. They don't stop and check. Once they get in, meet their connection, those kids are gone. Politicians on both sides take cartel bribes. It's a multi-billion-dollar business at the border. That's true. Cartel rape and kill women and children every day. And every day I'm MX. If media reports on it, they can be assassinated. I know some good police in Baja, but many are taking cartel bribes. It's been that way forever. I check my sources on these killings. MX media is just as corrupt as the Policia sounds, cartel related, TBH. Most all killings like that are there. And I definitely agree with you. It's been going on for a while. I mean, it's always, you hear about a lot of bodies coming up in Mexico. You really do. And a lot of them is the cartel, and police have been bought out a long time. It's just crazy that they found a bulk of bodies and the police is the ones who did it and that are being charged. So they are being held responsible. Yeah, they've probably been thinking they've been getting away with it for a long time, but guess what? It's in the forefront now, and people are seeing it, that it's in the forefront, and people are being charged and brought to justice for it. Just because you're a police officer does not mean you are above the law. So thank you. Dawn says, the lack of interest from the AP is disgusting. How they haven't been dragged in and integrated is beyond me. How the chief, John Walker, can say they're not suspect. Well, that's another thing. They had 2 little boys that just disappeared into thin air from the backyard, which Chief John Walker said there was no evidence of the boys being in the yard. So why does that not make the AP not suspects? I agree with you, Don. In my eyes, those 2 are the prime suspects. They were last with the children. Whoever is last with the children are the primary suspects. I believe in my heart that they still are possibly suspects with the police. They're just trying to go about it in a different way to see if they can get them to slip up by saying, hey, y'all not suspects. Go on with your lives. Y'all ain't suspects. So I'm just hoping that is the route that they're taking. And I hope they keep their eyes on Trezell and Jacqueline. Patricia Wilder says, watch for Chief on Duty Ron coming up soon sometime. If you have questions, go to Duty Ron website. Leave it there. He'll try to get as many as possible. It's a great show. Okay, thank you, Patricia. Maureen says, Hot Mess Wanda called police at her house yesterday. I believe I saw that. I watched that, Maureen. Thank you. That was just, I get it. You on your son's side, or for whatever they told you, you're down for it, Hot Miss Wanda. That's your thing. But take your butt in the house. All of that is just extraness. The people out there yelling and all this, I understand both sides. I get both sides. But yelling, what are we really getting out of arguing with Hot Mess Wanda, who should be inside rubbing something on her knees and sit down? If you believe they are innocent, your son and daughter-in-law is innocent, all right, go in the house. I wouldn't be going back and forth with nobody. You shown you don't care by not going out, searching, thanking anybody. Okay, cool. Go in the house then. Out there filming, doing all this extra stuff, going back and forth and arguing with all these people. That is just ignorant to me. That makes no sense. You're getting nowhere. They're not going to come help look for no kids because they don't give a damn. They're not. They show how they feel, what it is. So then go sit down, Hot Mess Wanda. And for the other people out there, if I was y'all, I wouldn't be. She's not going to tell you nothing. They not going to say anything. So y'all wasting y'all breath and y'all can be out there looking for those boys instead of over there fooling with ignorant hot messes west. Because that's what they are, a hot mess. There's nothing good going to come from sitting over there arguing or going back and forth with people who don't care about their own family that went missing. They don't care. They showed us that. So you wasting your time, your breath, your energy, your mental. You wasting all of that. I wouldn't give them a time of day. When they locked up, we'll know that we was right. And Hot Mess Wanda will be looking stupid. Her calling the police, it's just a big circus. It's just a big show. They like that type. They love that attention. They are psychopaths. They love all of that. They love it. You giving them what they want. I wouldn't give them the time of day. And I get it. That people are upset and want to lash out. I get it. But Hot Mess Wanda, sit down somewhere. Sit your ass down. You ain't gonna need to be calling them police soon because they're gonna be already at your door trying to put Trezell and Jacqueline in handcuffs. So you ain't gonna need to keep calling them, baby. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. I'm just saying. FBI, okay, Patricia Wise said FBI who was in charge of footage, not CC. FBI absolutely deleted footage. After Vegas shooting, they confiscated cell phones for witnesses. They gave them back without footage. I remember it well. Look it up. Too many people said, no, it's not your property. They shouldn't. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Patricia is saying that FBI is probably the one who is in charge. Well, we know they're in charge of the footage as well. I know they all have the footage. But Patricia's opinion is that the FBI is the one to leave the footage, and they are the ones in charge of the footage. Okay. Kill. Hello, Queen. I'm new to your site. I was on AV site a little while ago. Someone threatened him and his children. Wow, Kill. Rashad, I did not know that. But y'all just keep praying, and I hope AV's out there trying to be safe and protect himself and his children at all times because you're going against evil, the evilest of the evil. You're going against evil. So you got to be prepared for any and everything. And that's what I want everybody to think about. Be prepared for any and everything when you go out there. Because these people are evil. These people are evil. Maciel said, good morning. Yes, Queen. It's very dangerous in Mexico. Please, Lord, protect our sister and brother. Don't go to Mexico. Exactly. So many people missing and killed. It's very sad. Yes, Maciel. It's very sad. People are coming out missing every single day down there. You can't go. Don't go visit there. She said, I think it's the corruption, cartel, drugs, trafficking also. Exactly. I believe that as well. Annie Ann says, we went to Mexico a year ago and there were so many posters of little girls missing, young teenage white girls. So sad, so true. Wow, Annie Ann. And I believe it because I see the posters and on the news and stuff, they be showing these pictures and it's back to back. Back to back, and nothing is really being done about it. Byron says, I miss your live again. I'm glad I can reward this. And okay, thank you, Byron. Susan said, Susan Beckoning said, this whole world is so corrupt. The people that are supposed to trust with our lives are killing people Justice for the two precious babies. Exactly, Susan. It's sad. This world is gone so corrupt and so to shits that you're supposed to be able to feel protected by the law enforcement. But you hear these stories and you hear these police officers being arrested, it makes you not want to feel safe. You don't feel safe no more. You don't. How can you feel safe and protected if the people that you're supposed to call are the ones doing the murdering too? So who are you to trust? Who? Nobody. It's ridiculous. Erica Lewis. Y'all probably don't watch Readers, but at the end of her video, she said the boys are alive. Her YouTube channel is K Says the Oracle. All right, Erica Lewis. Row B. That's everywhere, and it all depends on what part of Mexico you go. A lot of those cops in Mexico are with the cartel, and they kill a lot of the snitches. I mean, yeah, Row, it is everywhere. But that specific case, they shot 113 times at those people, killed all 19. It took 113 shots and burned their bodies, and they was officers. So no matter if it's everywhere, which I'm sure it is, and we know it is, but if I could bring every case, which I'll try my best to bring every case to the light, I will. They need to be exposed. All 12 police officers need to be hung, death penalty, for doing that. You have a job. You are higher authority to serve and protect, not shoot and burn. No, that's not cool. But, it is everywhere. You're right about that. It's everywhere. And everywhere, it's being brought more and more to the light. More and more into the light. And everywhere I see it, I will be reporting it. Right here. How do they know the footage was actually deleted would be my first question. Did they see the video before it was deleted would be my second question. Roro, the family is the one that said at one of the prayer vigils, candlelight and prayers, that the officers are deleting DVR footage. So they will be the ones I would ask my questions to. But that's very good questions. How do you know that footage is being deleted? That's a real good question. How do you know? And I believe she said that she got intel or she got information. So I don't know what information she got or who told her. But that is what she released. And I don't believe she herself seen the video before it was deleted. Depending on what footage, because we don't know what footage was deleted. But I know the whole world seen the footage on the 19th. I don't know if that was the specific footage that was deleted. I'm not sure. Victoria October, good morning, Queen. Good morning. Now, make sure you don't get to a fight in Mexico. Star said. Star, thank you. Right. Brown Sugar says SP News Nuggets. Okay. Mills Klein Variety Reality Show says that's why Cheeto tried to build a wall. That's funny, calling him Cheeto. But you're right. Declan Manning, you looking fine today, Queen. Thank you, Declan. Erica's SUB travels. Why I'm learning in today's day and age is that criminals and organized crime are penetrating our government and police our churches and attacking them from within. You ain't never lied, Erica. You ain't never lied. Eddie P. Good morning, my love. God bless you and your channel. You are cute and pretty. Thank you, Eddie P. Victoria Talbot says, wow, really, I wonder what he did with those swords. Has anybody thought about that? I've thought about it. What is he doing with them is my first question. All those swords, what do y'all do? Sword fight? That's why I said the last video. I was like, do y'all sword fight? Are y'all playing around? What y'all got going on? It's just weird. Maybe that's their weapon of choice to protect themselves and their family. I have no idea. Margaret L. Reed says, preach it. I will, girl. Lynn Young, they burned bodies. Some probably was raped. No telling what all happened to those people under corrupt official. But burning was to block any evidence, paperwork, fines. So sad, though. Lynn Young, yes. People burn evidence so they won't burn bodies so they won't leave no fingerprints, no type of secretions, fluids, whatever was on the body, they burn it so it will not come back to those said persons or, as we know, police officers. So they know to try to cover up their dirty evidence. They don't want to leave nothing behind that can come back to them, that can be tested. They want to degrade all evidence. Chris Thorne's show came through. Thank you for coming through, Chris Thorne's. Margaret L. Reed says, A, we know the adoptive parents would know when children went missing during their custody. Correct. B, we would know when adoptive parents publicly claim children went missing. Exactly. C, we have 2 videos from a neighbor to compare with adoptive parents' public statements. True. D, the public has the right to have genuine concern. You are absolutely correct. From A to D. Margaret. You are very correct. Pamela Harrington, those nails, how do you cook or do anything? I hate to say it, but those beautiful babies are way long gone. They were gone back in September when anyone saw them. Pamela, it took a minute to get used to, but I'm so used to it because I've had my nails, I keep them done for years. So they are, it's nothing. I can do everything. I can cook, I can clean, but a lot of things I put gloves on because I don't like nothing to get stuck in my nail. I like to protect it, and I'm just a neat, clean freak. So I put gloves on when I cook, when I clean, use household items to bleach, because I love bleach. I'm a bleach person. So I use gloves to do everything. And I'm just used to it. I work. When I go to work, I just put gloves on. And we require gloves at my job anyway. So I'm just gloves on everything. But you believe they was gone back in September when anyone saw them last. I do. Like I said, I believe they could have been gone up to a year. Because nobody has actually really, I mean, yeah, we've heard of one person in those apartment area maybe have seen them sometime in September. But, you know, depends on if you can, actually rely on the ID. Could they have confused? Is that without a shadow of a doubt? They know. So I kind of question that. So I would say it could have been September. It could have been further back. That's just my opinion. But I definitely agree with you. They've been gone way longer than the 21st. Margaret Lee says, Ms. Diva does make a good point. Either way, the adoptive parents may truly thought that too. No one will look at this. Waited until Christmas time to report, expecting sympathy, but no searchers. True. Exactly. I actually believe that. I literally believe that they had took the time themselves. The boy's been gone. They came up with this bullshit plan to report them missing then and thought it was going to be swept under the rug, thought it wasn't going to be no big deal, and this, that, and the third. But the whole town was like, people online was like, we're not going to just let this go unheard. And then we saw that bullshit interview, and we really like, what? Y'all for real? Y'all just, no. Nobody's going to do that. So I do believe, like I said, they've been gone. They came up with this plan to cover up what they've done. And they weren't planning on those cameras being there. They weren't planning on this being way bigger than what they thought it was going to be. No, they did not plan on it. They didn't. I agree, Margaret. Could it be Trezell family member with the NAACP? Maybe Walker was bribed or pressured in some way or even blackmailed. And that's from My Blue Moon. Possible. This case is so deep and so many questions that anything could be possible. My Blue Moon also says everyone needs to pretend to quit watching them, but keep an eye out. Suspects are returned to the scene of the crime. Exactly. And My Blue Moon, that is why I feel like that the police chief came out and said they want suspects to make them more comfortable, put them at ease, so they can just slip up, make a mistake, and then boom, they rush in and get them. Any fresh graves dug in the cemetery next to the apartments? I'm not sure, Blue Moon. Black is Beautiful. I'm still stuck on the sex shop, but how do you think about doing sexual acts knowing your kids are still missing? That's a sign of being unconcerned to me, and that bothers me. They probably know what I'm boys is at, most definitely. I agree, Black is Beautiful. I believe that they probably know exactly where these boys are, and they're unconcerned, and they're not worried that anybody's going to find them. So I believe they're somewhere where nobody has looked, where nobody has thought of looking, because they are unbothered. And yes, them showing that they can still have sex, make love, whatever, is really showing they have no feelings, no empathy, no nothing regarding those two babies. Nothing. Like I told y'all before, most parents grow apart when they lose children. They don't stick together unless they are covering for each other or are instead part of the crime. Esther, the U.S. government has way more control over Mexico than people think or know. This rabbit hole goes way deep, deep. This is the can of worms and snakes. I agree with you. I mean, a lot of people know about this, and it's gone. Nothing's been done about it. It's gone under radar. Like, they're aware of this, but they let them get away with so much. A lot, until it's uncontrollable. And now you got to rush in because it's out of control now. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the next part of this video. The next part of this video, I want to bring to y'all a quick story. Like I said, we're going to stay on the missing custody boys, but I'm also going to bring you more stories onto what's going on out there. And I want y'all to see this little girl. She's so cute. Isn't she so cute? All right, biological and foster parents of little girl allegedly killed by Food Network star hold emotional funeral. This said information is from MSN.com. This was posted yesterday. Okay? This was posted yesterday. So the biological parents of Victoria Rose Smith, who was allegedly killed by her adoptive parents last month, held an emotional funeral for the 3-year-old this week. Food Network star Ariel and her husband, Jerry Austin Robinson, who adopted Victoria in March, were arrested on January 19th in connection to the toddler's January 14th death. Why are you adoptive parents killing these babies? If you don't want them, send them back. Or don't adopt them at all. If you do and it's too much, send them back. Why kill them? Why? Why would you murder babies? Think about your life. If you don't care about nothing else, think about you're not going to get away with it and you're going to do your life in prison when you could just send a child back and you'll be free. But what is it? Do y'all think I'm going to get away with murder? What is it? Do you think you're going to get away with the crime that you committed? You're not. That was last with you. You're going to be the prime suspect. You're going to be the prime suspect. You're not going to get away with it. The Worst Cooks in America star, 29, and her husband, Jerry Austin, 34, were charged with homicide by child abuse. People previously reported. Victoria's biological family, as well as some of her previous foster parents, buried her in a church graveyard in Travelers Rest, South Carolina, a town north of Greenville, the state reported Friday. Cassie Ferris, Victoria's biological mother, placed a teddy bear at her daughter's gravesite during the funeral. A preacher shared some words about the little girl who was described as sassy and smart. Victoria was placed in the Robinsons' home by the South Carolina Department of Social Service in March of last year with her two older biological brothers. A Change.org petition calling for reform to the department said, "Want to keep up with the latest..." Let me not read that part. Victoria was found unresponsive in the Robinsons' home on January the 14th and was taken to the Greenfield Memorial Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. Greenville County Senior Deputy Coroner Kent Deal said that Victoria died as a result of multiple blunt force injuries. Police officers handle all kinds of cases, and these kind of cases can be the hardest for them to do. It is a sad day. You bring charges and maybe convictions, but at the end of the day, the life of a child was taken. For anyone who knew the victim or was related to the victim, they are in our thoughts and prayers. Ariel won season 20 of Food Network's Worst Cooks in America, which has now been removed from all streaming platforms. Lawyers for Jerry and Ariel did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment Friday. Neither has entered a plea. Of course, they're not going to say anything. They're busted for committing murder. Most of these people that are guilty, they stay quiet. They stay quiet, and they let their lawyer tell them to hush up till they get in there, and then they act like they have no idea what's going on, and they act like they're so shocked and that they're being accused of this said crime. That just irks my soul. But yes, this baby, once again, was murdered by her adoptive family. If you do not want these babies, stop adopting them. Stop having sex birthing them. Or get on some type of birth control. There's all type of day after pills. There's abortion clinics, if you believe in that. There are all type of places you can go to stop a child that you don't want. But y'all adoptive parents that are getting these kids for money, thinking you can murder a child and hide it, and think the check is still going to come in the mail, y'all are the most ignorant, dumbest criminals. You're going to go to jail. They're going to arrest you. You cannot have a child that's not being seen. You have to say something. You can't have create a story like in this Cal City situation. You cannot not produce the child that you adopted, that you said you would take care of, that you would love, that you would shelter. No. Where they doing that at? Y'all are held responsible for these children. If you don't want them, send them back. Send them back. If you don't want them, send them back. You don't have to murder them. Let someone else adopt them and take care of them if you don't want them. But please, stop killing these kids. That makes no sense to me. It don't make sense. Stop murdering these babies. If you don't want them, send them back. But killing them, murdering them, harming them, abusing them, I don't understand. When you send them back, abuse them. Y'all do this and you don't do this. When this creates less problems. If you can't handle a child, you don't want a child, send them back. This has consequences of murdering. Your life is gone. That child's life is gone. There's no win-win situation when you do that. I'm trying to understand why you adoptive parents murder these kids. I'm just trying to understand the psychological way you think. And how you come up with that's the right thing to do. That's the conclusion. How do you come up with that conclusion? So I really cannot wait till these adoptive parents speak out, because I really want to hear what they have to say. I really want to know what they have to say. So it was blunt force trauma. So you beat the girl. So she did something so bad that you had to beat her to death. Blunt force trauma. You had to beat her. You had to beat her. Instead of putting her in your car and dropping her off to where you got her from, you chose to beat her. I don't get it. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expose the case. I'm going to expose you for the fucked up choices, excuse my French. The fucked up choices that you chose instead of just taking the baby back. You commit murder. Now, you should lose your life. In Queen's opinion, you should lose your life. You took someone else, you should lose yours. And that's just my opinion. Because I'm sick of these people killing these babies. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And y'all not going to get away with it. Y'all not going to get away with it. Haven't y'all seen these other cases, criminals? That y'all don't see these people never get away with the crime? There's some that might get away with it, slip through the cracks here and there. But majority of the time, you don't get away with it. So I don't know and understand why you would take a little precious little 3-year-old, she was a cute little girl, take her life and beat her. When you could just, she do something that just want to drive you crazy and you can't take it anymore and you feel like you want to put your hands on her, place her in a car and take her somewhere where you cannot harm her. If she was beginning to be too much for you, take her and drop her off. But me personally, I can't see any 3-year-old doing something so egregious that deserve to be hit repeatedly. I just can't see it. I don't understand it. And I can't see it. And I have a 4-year-old. And I don't see and have never experienced, even when he was 3, him doing something so egregious of me having to beat him. To the point that I murdered him. Like, I'm still trying to understand. Did you just snap and lose it and take it out on the baby? Did you not think? At some point, did you even want to stop? Did you realize, hey, I might kill this baby? So let me pull back? You didn't think of none of this. You just kept on beating the baby till you killed it and try to cover it up. Well, I hope since you made those choices that you receive the same in prison. And I hope that there is some type of death penalty put on the table. And or life without parole. Because there's no excuse. I can't find any. I can't. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, thumbs up the video for your girl. Make sure you hit the post notification bell so you can know what every time I come through with another video. I love y'all so much. Shout outs, like I said, to my old subscribers and my new subscribers. I love y'all. Like I said, when I get maybe like in a couple of weeks, I will start going live, and maybe there'll be a more interaction with you guys, one-on-one. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So y'all just continue to pray for the missing Cal City Boys families. Continue to pray for Victoria Rose, her and her family, because like I said, they just lost their baby. We still looking for the Cal City Boys, but Victoria Rose family is laying theirs to rest. Alright, so y'all just love on your loved ones. Kiss your loved ones. You never know when it's going to be the last time that you see them and experience them. So please, Love and cherish your family. If you see something, say something. I'm sick of child abuse. So please, if you see something, say something. Ain't no snitching when it comes to these babies. It's not. All right? Love y'all. Peace.